Branimal Farm presents.
Today we're going to talk about Bantam chicken breeds, what exactly they are, what types of chicken breeds come in Bantam, and if there's any special requirements if you're going to add Bantams to your flock. Okay, so first let's talk about what is a Bantam chicken. Basically, a Bantam chicken is a miniature chicken. They are going to be about 1/3 the size of your typical chicken breed, the typical hens that you usually are used to in your flock. There are several different breeds that can be Bantam chickens. Some of them are naturally Bantams, meaning that they only come in a small size. And then there are some breeds that have been bred down, so they've had a Bantam breed added in at some point in their lineage, and then they've been bred back to that breed standard, so they are a smaller version of the large breed. So here today I have a silky. This is actually a smooth feathered silky because you can breed some projects with the silkies. This is one of our Project Pen boys. So this is an example of a Bantam chicken. As you can see, he is relatively small. This is a rooster, so he's a pretty small guy. Silkies are one of the chicken breeds that are naturally Bantams, so they are all that smaller size. Two of the other chicken breeds that come only as Bantams are Saramas and Seabrights. They're also just naturally really small chickens. There are several breeds, as I mentioned, that can be bred from their larger counterparts down to the Bantam size. Some of the most popular ones are Bantam Easter Eggers, Bantam Cochins, and Bantam Orpingtons. Now, if you're going to add Bantams to your flock, you might be wondering if you need to have any special care for these guys. So they're, like I mentioned, about 1/3 of the size of a regular chicken. So there are some things you want to think about when you're adding them to your flock. One is if you have an existing flock and you're adding Bantams in, they are going to be significantly smaller than your other chickens. So you want to make sure that they're not getting picked on. It's really important to make sure that you're integrating them properly and that they're not getting bullied too much because they don't have the size to put back, to have a fight with the other chickens. The other thing you really need to think about when you're adding Bantams is that since they are smaller, they are going to be more prone to predators picking them up, carting them off. So you need to make sure that you have a predator-proof run and coop area so nothing can get in and take them. And then third, with Bantams, you want to make sure that they are warm enough in the winter. Now, of course, if you live somewhere like Florida and it's sunny all the time, you don't necessarily need to worry about it getting too cold. But if you're up north somewhere and your weather gets extremely cold in the winter, these guys are a lot smaller. So while their feathers do insulate them, they have a much smaller body and they do need to have a little extra protection in the winter. They're really fun to have in your flock. They're cute, they're easy to pick up, carry around, pet, and they make great additions, but you do need to keep those couple of things in mind when you are adding them. Don't forget to check out our other videos. As I mentioned, this guy's a silky and we have another video coming up all about silkies next.